What up, man?
Going on?
Shit, we got Jeremy. Jeremy coming to us live from the road. My
Yes,
man's
sir.
my man's is traveling, looking at everything across the country, and you know what? Hey, man, I could be happier for you.
Appreciate it, bud.
Hopefully, you and the wife are enjoying that, man. How's it been? How's it going?
It's been a long trip, man. We spent the last 5 days driving. We're moving out of Montana, of course. Moving east. We're loving it, man. It's we're taking our time. We're driving 5 or 6 hours a day. Weather's not the greatest. Been a little cold, but luckily we didn't deal with too much snow out there on the road. So we got to our destination now. So, by the way, huge shout out to Best Westerns, man. That's all we've stayed at on this trip. They've been amazing. So,
Hey,
if
man,
you guys are looking to sponsor anybody, sponsor us, Best Western, come at us, man.
Hey, man.
You guys have been great.
Best Western takes a bad rap, bro. Like, yeah, especially the ones on the road. Like, sure, the ones in towns are kind of like crappy, but the ones on the road, man, Best Western, it is what it is, man. They're clean.
They're clean. They got pools. There was a couple of them I stopped at that had bar and food, so you could sit there and get a drink and some food after you were on the road all day. And
oh, nice,
man, nothing but the best.
Nice.
I will say that we did stay in Sturgis, man, and that was not a Best Western. They were going through some remodel. They were going through some remodel. Sturgis is kind of a cool little town, but yeah, I'm definitely glad we're back at a Best Western tonight. So, how have you been, Richie?
Good, man. Just chilling.
Holidays, just like before Christmas.
Yeah, man. It's been hectic with the holidays, man. It's just
I know you did some traveling and went and saw the family.
It was a quick trip. We literally left Friday night, came back Sunday. We did the whole Christmas thing out with the folks, and you had a good time, man. And New Year's was chill. New Year's, surprisingly, we actually stayed up till midnight. We haven't done that shit in like forever.
Yeah.
Danny was struggling. She's on the struggle bus to stay up till
struggling by 9 o'clock, man.
Yeah. No, it was she was on the struggle bus. Sorry, my bad. I was changing it to the Bengals Steelers game. We have games going on tonight. Football, final week 18. Unfortunately, our seasons did not turn out the way we wanted to. Some were overly confident, as was I. We were ravaged with fucking injuries. And I don't know what happened with your team. I'm not gonna lie. After like the bye week, I kind of like stopped paying attention to any other teams because I was just solely focused on what my dumbass team was doing. And
are we talking Niners or are we talking fantasy? I guess it go either way.
I gave up on fantasy after like week 3. All right. I think I started like 1-6 and finished. I think I won 2 games, maybe. I don't even know at this point. Fantasy's fantasy, though. It's always fun. Congratulations to Dan. He won it this year. Shout out to Kevin for
he had a hell of a season.
Yeah, shout out for being like almost number 1 the whole thing and then getting knocked out by the number 6. Shout out to Kevin. Very Cowboys thing to do. Yeah. So
as long as they're stinking it up, before they get to the postseason, man, or as long as they don't get to the postseason, I'm good with that.
And I can't even make fun of the Cowboys. Like, I can't even make fun of them correctly, man. We have a better record than us. This is bullshit. When I say us, I mean the Niners.
Yeah. You know what though, Richie? Like you said, man, you're gonna get you guys are gonna get a little bit better pick now. You guys were out of it 4 weeks ago. And I almost wish that the Hawks would have done something like that because we're out of the playoffs. We were out last week. We needed quite a few things to go our way, and it didn't. So right now we're sitting at 9-7. I think we could beat the Rams this week just because the Rams are gonna be sitting all their starters. They're gonna have Garoppolo in there.
Oh, they're gonna play Jimmy.
Jimmy G, man. Jimmy G.
Actually,
I will say though, if we lose
Yeah.
this game, if we lose this game tomorrow, man, I predicted us to be 9-8.
you did, and you know what?
I said we could win 12 if everything went our way, which it did not.
Win or lose, Steve's prediction is not coming true in the sense of our record. We didn't miss the playoffs. I'll give him that. We missed the playoffs, but you know,
you guys were decimated by injuries, man. Decimated. I mean,
it was bad. It was bad, and it was even bad. It was even bad. It was even bad the last week. Like we were somehow, some way, we gave Lions a run for their money. I don't even know how that happened. Like we actually gave them a run for their money. It was a good game, and but even then, I think it was like in the fourth quarter, Brock Purdy got hurt, and that was it.
And he's out. He's out this week too, isn't he? Or I thought
he's out.
Yeah, he's on IR. I thought I heard.
Daniel says I'm about to wear. Oh Lord, she's about to wear her Jimmy jersey. Oh man. If Jimmy's playing, y'all definitely gonna win. I didn't know that shit. Jimmy sucks.
Oh man, it seems like Jimmy always beat us.
But yeah,
at this point, man, one more win or one more loss for us is not gonna.
I mean, truthfully, you should just lose. Like this is the way I look at it. Like we're going into Arizona. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Lose. Like, what the hell is one win, a meaningless win, when you can just, you know, have a better or go for a better draft position. We need the draft position at this point. This ain't about fucking pride. It is what it is, dude. You lost. If you had pride, you wouldn't be in the situation.
Right.
So
no, well, I mean, look what happened this last weekend, man. The Giants, they go into the game. All they have to do is lose. They've got the number one pick. All they got to do is lose. And what does Drew Lock do? He goes off.
The Giants are going to Giant.
Can't even do that right, man.
That's just crazy, man. That
can't even do that
so
right.
Crazy. But yeah, no, man. It's week 18. There should be some good games. I believe one of the highlight games is the Vikings at the Lions, or is it the Lions at the Vikings? I can't remember.
I want to say it was Lions at Vikings, but I'm not 100% on that.
It's the Vikings at the Lions, and I think that's for the division. That's for the division.
The winner of that game is going to get the number one seed.
The number one seed and the NFC North. That's so
because they're both 14-2. I want to say.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme floating around and it shows a golfer, right? And it's like the Lions 14-2 after being one of the best teams in the league, and it shows John Daly sitting there smoking a cigar, and it said the Vikings with Sam Darnold just messing around.
Yeah. Hey man,
dude, I give it to them for really bringing Sam Darnold and making him getting everything out of him that they could. You know what I mean? I did not foresee this going into the season. I know that they have a good defense. They had some good pieces around Darnold. I did not expect this, man. Not one bit.
You know what though? I gave him props. I gave Darnold props. Everybody else kind of shat on him, which I mean, it's understandable. I tried to shit on him, but I said, you know what? Hey, he has nothing to fucking lose. Like this is like his fourth team or whatever.
Third. Jets, Niners,
Carolina.
He played Carolina. Yeah. So this is his fourth team.
This is his fourth team. Like he has nothing to lose, man, and he's playing how he's supposed to. Like just playing to his ability. They're not asking him to do all this other crazy shit. They're asking him to just go out there, be a quarterback. Just be a decent quarterback. The rest of the team will take care of it. Hey, kudos to Minnesota, man. They're solid. They're playing hard, and I'll be honest with you, man. The Lions defense is like fucking Swiss cheese after watching them against the Niners. It's gonna be tough, but But here's a big but. I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
And I cannot lie.
Yep.
Did not.
Shout out to Ash for with the background, with the back vocals.
Hey, you know what? You
but,
can't deny it, man. You got that song going. You gotta bust out those lyrics. You know what I mean?
No. That's it. That's all. That's all the lyrics we're gonna do. Jeremy, we know how you do with songs, all right?
So
no.
Richie, I do have to say something, man. So we talked about Darnold being with the Panthers last year, right? Or the year before, or year prior.
The year before.
Yeah. Did you realize the Panthers had both Darnold and Baker Mayfield on their roster, and they weren't able to do anything with either of them? Look at what those two quarterbacks are doing. I'm going to tell you right now, I think that Mayfield is the sleeper in the playoffs this year. Since week 12, he's got the most passing yardage per game out of any quarterback. He's going to be dangerous, man. I really think that Tampa, they got a good defense. They got a good run game. They might make it deeper than, especially with Detroit's secondary or Detroit's defense just being decimated, man. I think that.
Well, yeah, I agree with you in a sense where, yes, Baker's playing good. But I was getting to that point about the Lions.
Yeah,
that fucking offense can go up and down the field and score whenever they want. Will they be able to sustain that? And what that puts is it. And Baker can. I will say this: what Baker can with that offense, he can win. He can win a shootout. So yeah. But it's going to be a hell of a shootout because who the fuck predicted the Niners and the Lions just going out there, just literally having a shootout? You know, in the first quarter, I think in the first quarter,
tell me, I don't even know what the end score was on that. I was on the road.
The over was already broken. What the fuck? The over was already was either they were like a few points away from going the over on both points. I think it was like 27 to like 24 at halftime.
Oh wow, okay.
Brock Purdy was over 300 yards in the first half.
Jeez.
Jared Goff, he was doing his thing. He had like over 250 yards in the first half. Like they were going the fuck off. It was yeah. If Detroit's going to win, truthfully, and I think they can, they're just going to have to win a bunch of shootouts. They're going to have to. It's not going to be. There ain't going to be no fucking defense from them. You know, their whole line. I think their whole defensive line is down. They're all out. Like the whole defensive line. Like
they got like 24 players on IR, man. Something crazy.
Yeah.
That is. And for them to still be winning. It's crazy to me, man. And I'm not taking anything away from them. I think that they have a shot to win the Super Bowl. I do. I think the shot would have been a little bit better had they not lost, half their fucking team to injury. But yeah, like you said, man, you guys dealt with the same thing. It's next man up. No. If you got to go to the community college level to pick players to fill out the roster.
That shit was crazy, man. Winning. But yeah.
Still winning.
No, I just think I think they're just gonna win shootouts. Whoever can keep up, cool. I don't think the Eagles can. The Eagles aren't gonna keep up. Their method is ground and pound with Saquon, and we'll get back to an argument that I'm gonna have about
perfect
fucking Saquon and the Eagles. I am pissed about this.
I think I know where you're going to go with that, but we'll get into that here in a bit.
But I don't think the Eagles can keep up with them. I don't think they can score at will like they can.
The Eagles have two decent receivers. Is Hurts still out?
Well, that we don't know. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt, or he was hurting, or something was ailing him. But who the fuck knows? I just don't think they're gonna make it. They have a solid squad, but I think their game is methodically go down the field and try to score. the Lions are gonna make it a shootout. I think when it comes to the Lions, I think it's who has the ball at the end, and if it's a close game, who has the ball at the end, and who's gonna yeah. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't want to discount any other team. Like I just don't think it. I think it's a 2-horse race when it comes to who wins the NFC Championship game, and that's the Vikings and the Lions, man. Like, because if you can't beat the Lions, who don't have a defense, you're sure as shit not going to beat the Lions because they actually have a defense, and they play the grimy ass game.
Vikings.
So, huh?
You said you mean the Vikings have a defense, right?
Yeah, my bad. The Vikings.
Yeah.
So
we said Lions and the Lions again. I was like, I'm all right. I know I've had a beer, but I don't think I'm following this.
My bad. Yeah, no. If I don't think any other NFC teams got a shot.
I would put maybe the Bucks in that, like at third, man. And that's, like I said, that was my dark horse. You know, just with how Mayfield's playing, how the run game is going, how their defense is playing, I'd put them above Philly at this point.
Like I said, I don't want to just, say, oh, Philly ain't shit. No, Philly's got a solid team, but I just don't think they got it to do it. I don't think Sirianni's got the I don't know, the just what it takes to win, to take it all away.
Let me ask you this then. If they end up getting bounced out of the playoffs on their first game, because I think they're gonna have are they gonna have a bye?
No
bye. Okay. So if they get bounced out for the first playoff weekend, do they replace them? Do they go with a new head coach?
I love that you brought this up, because that segues perfectly into my thing of
perfect.
Just the fact that he made the decision to not let Saquon go for 100 yards to break the all-time rushing record. I am pissed about that, bro. That's a hell of a record to have, and to get that close and you get benched for the last game, like, nah, man, fuck Richie, that.
But here's the thing about that. Not only is he benched, he could have gotten the record against the Giants.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's another little fuck you to your, to your team for letting you go.
If I was Saquon now, I would say, put me in. Let me get those yards against my old team. Tell them they fucked up by not giving me that contract. And all of New York just being up in arms. Oh, he went to Philly and he's not worth it. And he has had one of the best running back seasons ever.
Hey, man, Nick Sirianni, he should have been like, and I know there's all these reports about, oh, they went to Saquon and Saquon's like, well, it's your guys' decision at the end. You don't think he's mad? Come on now. You don't think he's fucking mad? He said the right things, because he's not gonna out his coach in front of the media.
He's not gonna do that to the press, right?
He's not gonna do that shit. But come on, man. At the end of the day, that was a decision that came from the coach to bench him. Man, I would have. I get it. Right. You want to save him for the playoffs. It don't matter though, dude. Like this shit. This is a record that has. How long has that record fucking been?
84.
Let me see.
I have my laptop with me, so I can't look it up. But I
got you.
I want to say it's 84.
Let me look at it.
While you're looking that up, I do want to play a devil's advocate for a second, all right? So they're saying he's not going to play. The Giants don't have to worry about him. What happens if come tomorrow morning and all of a sudden he's in the lineup and they don't expect him to play?
Now, I thought about that too, and I was like, man, that'd be cool as fuck.
I don't think it's going to happen. I just think it'd be funny if it did. If he did, I'd give Sirianni a little bit more credit if that does happen. But
yes, I just think that's a because you look at it this way. The coaches are going to coach for the team. I get it, but at the end of the day, you gotta kind of like you gotta work this a little bit in the sense of how are your players going to feel about that, knowing that and the record was set in '84.
It was
So
84.
it's been what, almost 50 years, right? No,
40 years.
it's
40. Don't
years.
say
40 years.
50. I am not close to 50, bro. That was 2 years before I was born.
Fuck you guys.
Motherfucker,
I'm
you look 50.
Yeah, I know. There's not quite enough white in here to be 50 yet, Rich. I mean,
Your fucking hip says you're 60. All right, so shut up.
my
but,
hip's a big piece of issues this week, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But that you got a player who's there on the cusp of breaking a 40-year-old record, and
It is a 40-year-old record.
It's a 40-year-old record, and you don't think these players are going to be like,
what the fuck?
Yo, yeah,
Dude,
like what the fuck? Like how are they going to play hard? How are they going to play hard for their coach? I wouldn't. I'd be like, fuck you. You know, like that's bro. Like
I understand wanting to preserve your players for the playoffs. I understand that he could run 1 yard and snap his leg.
He can snap his fucking. He can preserve all he wants, but it could be the playoffs first play of the game and he fucking snaps his leg. So it doesn't matter. This is something. Obviously, this is something that hasn't happened in 40 fucking years. It is special.
But you're not even giving them the chance. That's where I got the issue. Or at least say, hey, Shaquan, what do you want to? Do you want to play? Because he's going to want to. He's going to want to break that record. He's going to want to break that record against his old team.
Well, supposedly they asked him, and he said, at the end of the day, it's your guys' decision. I want to play. You don't think that offensive line is holding their fucking head up saying, you know what, we need to get this motherfucker this record, because at the end of the day, sure, their name doesn't go into the record book, but that line is the line that's getting them that record, because that line is the one that's protecting and all this run blocking. So, but at the end of the day, this dude said, I hope it's head games. I hope it is. I hope he said that shit.
I'll laugh my ass off if it is. But I'm right there with you, Rich. I don't think it is, and it's a damn shame. And I realize that he would have gotten this record in 2 or 3 more games than what the original record was. But I mean, you still have a chance to break it. 110 yards.
He needs 101 yard.
101.
101. That's it.
I'm dyslexic. I got those ones mixed up.
So you asked me. Your original question was, if the Eagles go to the playoffs and they get bounced in the first game, I don't care if it's the second game. From your actions of if let's just say he doesn't let Saquon go for it, from your actions of that, and then getting bounced in the playoffs without it, if you reach the championship game, hey, you know what? Y'all made it decent. Y'all got there.
NFC Championship, fine, right. Go up against a good Lions team or a good Vikings team.
Yeah, but if you get bounced in the first and second round and you did all that shit and you cost a player a record like that, you're going to lose the locker.
I'm going to tell you right now, if this was Kenneth Walker on the Seahawks, right, and he's having the season that Barkley's having, which he's not, of course, but if he was, and he had a chance tomorrow, which this game for us tomorrow means nothing. I mean, basically, it's where we're going to be in the draft, right? But if he had a chance to break that record tomorrow and they sat him, me as a fan, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
100%, man. Because at that point, now I got something I can watch. Aside from wanting the W, I want to watch this player get that.
It would be a shitty thing, man. I truly do not agree with Sirianni's decision. I truthfully like he talks about being the player's coach and all this shit. This is not a good move for you. Even if it came from upstairs, you'd have to.
Did you see what happened with him and Zach Ertz last week?
No,
and he had to be separated from Zach Ertz, which I think he's playing for the Cardinals.
Zach Ertz? No.
No, not that. Not the Cardinals. Commanders. See what the
Commanders.
Commanders now? I think I picked the Commanders to win. The Commanders won last week against Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, after the game, Dom, whoever the security guy is for
That
the
fucking
Eagles,
guy.
had to separate the coach from Zach Ertz. I'm sorry, dude. The coach should not have to be separated from someone because he's being unprofessional. Fuck that. And I think that's gonna be
truthfully, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz means more to fucking Philly than Sirianni ever will. Zach Ertz gave the Philly everything, and then the front office fucking got rid of him because yeah. No, he got let go because they didn't want to pay him.
They gave him two middle fingers, man, which is some bullshit. It's one of the best tight ends they've had.
Shit. That is one of that is the best tight end that they've ever had.
I can't name another tight end they had, so yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
You can't. Zach Ertz was a through and through fucking Eagle, and they did him wrong. So yeah, that's that whole Sirianni, Nick, Big Dom, like they can fucking go and be happy with one another. Fuck out of here, you know. I'm glad they're in fucking Philly, and that's their problem.
I'm glad they're on the East Coast. Leave them over there.
Yeah. So, if you ask me, is it a failure for the Eagles to get bounced out of the first round, especially after or if they don't let Saquon go for that record? Yeah, he should be gone 100% because you're going to lose that locker room. Those players aren't going to respect you. They're going to be like, "Fuck you!" Like you,
right?
We have, dude, 40 years,
and you could have the Eagles rusher. Eagles, of course, it's Barkley, but the Eagles can say we have the best rusher in all of football history for a season with yardage. And they don't want to do it. I mean, yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, I understand a little bit trying to preserve him for the playoffs. I get that, but you have a chance to do something special.
I understand. I would understand that to preserve him if there wasn't something like this on the line. In the sense, if there's no record on the line, yeah, that's it.
1,800 yards. 1,800 yards. Yeah, you rest them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when you're over 2,000 and now you got a chance, man, it's bullshit.
We'll bring Steven because I want Steve's opinion on this. But what up, Steve?
What's going on, bud? Can you hear us?
There we go.
No, he's a little frozen.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
What up,
man? What's going on, bud?
We are.
Much, man. It's been a long fucking week.
I was gonna say, bro, you look
hear that, man.
Tired, boss.
Tired ain't the motherfucking word, bro.
So
we back live on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, we live today, man. We're just getting a little something now. We're talking about we're discussing, and I want your opinion on this. How do you feel about the Eagles sitting Saquon for that record?
How do I feel about him sitting him?
Yeah. Like how do you feel about that?
I'm okay. First of all, I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, like Earl Campbell said, he did it in 15 games, but he couldn't catch OJ when OJ did it in 14 games. Saquon is getting ready to do it in 17 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, he's doing it in the games that it was given to him. That's not. It's not.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But at the same time, it don't count if it ain't done in 16. Now, with that being said,
it counts in the record book.
Oh, it does. With that being said, I'm okay with him sitting. I'm okay with him sitting. Because understand, if he's sitting, he's been talked to. He's been talked to, and he's choosing to sit to do whatever is better for the team.
I seriously doubt he sat willingly.
Shit. Saquon is that type. Saquon is that type of dude. He's humble. He shows he's very classy. He doesn't care. He's another Barry Sanders in that aspect. He don't care. He's just out there playing. He don't need all the recognition. He don't need all that. He just wants to win. He's not a flashy. He's not a showboat type of dude. In order for this to happen,
he's got a chance. I mean, I realize it's more games, but he's got a chance to break the NFL record.
We were talking about it stood for 40 years, and he's got a chance to break it.
You think that man cares?
He should, or fucking moron if he doesn't.
No, I wouldn't say he's a moron because he doesn't. But I don't think he cares.
I don't think. Steve, I love your opinion on this, but I completely think you're wrong. In the sense
I agree with you too, Steve. If I was a man playing football, I'd want that record.
Hey, hold on, wait. Look up the rookie running back record. And Barry Sanders had a chance to break this. And Barry said, just get the game over with. I don't care about records. Barry Sanders not the only man in the world who don't care about records, bro. I'm telling you, in order for this to have happened, for one, Saquon knows he's about to get Saquon knows he's about to get his ass beat tomorrow. Let's be real. He knows that. Jalen Hurts not playing. I think Tanner McKee is playing. So they gonna load 8-9 men up in the box and say Tanner McKee throw the ball, beat us, and they gonna beat the shit out of Saquon Barkley. So why play? He knows he's about to get his ass beat tomorrow.
Bro, that's a record. Like, why play? Really?
Hey, whoa. Do we play for records?
Hey man, I'm gonna fucking
do we play for records or do we play to win?
Why do all this shit? Why, if I'm gonna die and I know I'm gonna die, why even try? Why live?
So you leave your mark and you pass down for generations to come.
You leave your mark by getting that record.
Exactly. Okay. What the fuck?
You leave your mark.
Hold on. So let me explain something to you. I'm in full agreement. I'm in full agreement with you. But I'm looking through the eyes of Saquon Barkley. If he's sitting tomorrow, it's his choice. I can tell you that right now.
If it's his choice, 100% tomorrow. If it's his choice and he's made that decision, fine. That's great.
Bro, you're not gonna sit him without talking to him. You're not gonna sit him.
They did talk to him. He said that they talked to him, and he said his words were, "It's your choice at the end of the day." What the fuck does that tell you? He didn't willingly say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit." Fuck that.
Now, Steve, here's my question. You're playing NFL football. You're an NFL player. Do you ever want to sit? Or do you want to be out there on that field?
You want to do what's better for the team. You want to do what's better for the team.
I get that. Like 5% of me understands that. And Steve, I do get that. But man, if I'm chasing a record for most yardage and all I need is 101 yards on the ground, I'm going for it.
I'm with you guys. But I just know the person that Saquon is.
Fair enough. I
watched Saquon.
I respect your opinion. I do.
I watched Saquon when he was in Penn State. He did everything that they asked him to do, didn't complain about it, didn't say nothing. He got to New York. He didn't complain about shit. Even gave him a chance to re-sign him, and they said, "No, we'll let you walk. See what your market is." Lowballed him. So he had a chance to go back home, and he went home. But I'm being honest, bro. I would take the record. Yeah. I don't think he wants it. I don't think he cares.
And Steve, you might be 100% right with that, bud. you could be, I mean, it could be the fact that he does not care about records. He wants to win. He wants to get that bag. Let's go and win the Super Bowl. It's gonna, his stocks can go up even further.
Because in the
that.
process, in the process of him pressing, and trying to get that record, what if he tears an ACL? What if he's pressing so hard he hits a hole, gets tackled the wrong way, and down goes one of his critical linemen? We had this conversation just before you got on.
That could also happen on the first fucking game of the playoffs, and there goes the season and no record.
But they've already game planned for Saquon on how to stop Saquon. Once you put a game plan in place, you got to execute it, whether Saquon is in the game or not.
I'm just saying, man. I'm literally reading this shit right now. It's saying the lineman fucking pushed for him to play. He pushed for him to play. At the end of the day, Nick Sirianni said, "Nope, we're gonna rest you. We got to think about the team."
He's way more because he's way more important. Listen, they getting ready to play. They getting ready to play outdoors. First off, in all likelihood, they're playing Green Bay, right?
No, Giants.
In all likelihood, no.
The Giants.
I'm talking about no. I'm talking about in the playoffs.
Oh, gotcha.
We're gonna throw week 18.
My bad.
We're gonna throw week 18 out the door. In all likelihood, they getting ready to play the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are very stout stopping the pass. They struggle at stopping the run. So guess what? If Saquon gets hurt in week 18, and now you need Jalen Hurts to air it out, he can't air it out. Jalen Hurts isn't that good of a quarterback without Saquon. He's not that good of a quarterback without a decent running back. Who you gonna trust? Gainwell? Okay, go right ahead. Listen. I already know where this game is going. In all likelihood, they're gonna have to play Green Bay. They're gonna need Saquon. That 100-yard record, that 100-yard. Would you rather have 100 yards of him getting hurt, or would you rather have him well rested and playing? Because where that game is? That game is in New York, correct?
Yeah.
That game is on turf, correct?
Let me make sure.
Stranger things have happened on turf.
Steve, all right, Steve.
They're playing at the Eagles. They're playing at the Eagles.
In Lincoln?
Yep.
All right, then you know what? Then I'm not going to agree with you, Steve. I'm going to back off.
Even fucking worse, because the fans would love to see that shit. I'm sorry, I hear what you're saying, Steve, but fuck that. As a player,
Jim Caldwell,
it's an accomplishment. As a player,
and Saquon Barkley, yes. That is an accomplishment, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna care. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Now, as far as the fans go, the great Jim Caldwell once said, "If you listen to the fans, soon enough you'll be sitting with them."
I like that quote.
So fuck what them fans say. They're the same fans. They're the same fans that throw frozen beer cans at motherfuckers and knock them unconscious in the coma for me.
Yeah.
They throw piss on the opposing players.
Yeah, this is how much he doesn't care. Him and his father had a conversation. He shared what he said. His father said to him, "I would love for you to get that because that's our last name attached to that record." And you don't think he gives a fuck about it? I'm just saying. I get what you're saying.
You can't you can't talk to me about that because Barry Sanders' father pushed his son for everything, and he still said no. He pushed him to break Emmitt's record, and Barry walked away from the game.
And you know what? That was Barry Sanders. This is him.
Listen, I'm not bringing up Barry. I'm not bringing up Barry unless I saw the same qualities as Saquon. Saquon shows the same class, the same humility. You don't see this man celebrating all crazy after touchdowns. He celebrates with his teammates and he going back to the sideline.
Yep.
He's not flashy at all. He just wants to get the job done and go to fuck home. All he cares about is winning.
I will give you that, Steve. He does so, and he celebrates his linemen as well. I will give you that.
Bingo! The man went out. The man went out and bought them. I forget what he bought them for Christmas, but they had a really fucking good Christmas.
The fact,
You see what I'm
the
saying?
fact
So
is,
he-
the fact is that everybody's pushing for him to go and get that record, himself included. And he said to the media, at the end of the day, it's Nick Sirianni's decision, and he made this decision.
You are so correct. But this
And
is
that's
also
it.
the first season. This is also the first season this man has not suffered a fucking injury.
So go
That's what you want.
because next season ain't fucking guaranteed, right? Thank you. Appreciate you helping me with that
listen,
point. Because
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But I'm telling you right now that at this point, as a man, if I'm sitting there and I'm 100 yards away from it, fuck it, let's go. But as a teammate and as an organization, fuck that record. Keep your eyes on the bigger prize.
because you know what? Because at the end of the day, if the Eagles end up winning the Super Bowl, it's going to be Jalen Hurts and the Eagles that win the Super Bowl, not Saquon.
It is.
And the
You
fucking
think it's gonna be
Eagles.
Jalen?
Fuck
You
outta
think
here.
it's gonna be? Man, get the fuck out of here. Jalen is not
Shit.
about to beat. Jalen is not about to beat.
It don't matter.
If the
It don't-
Eagles win the Super Bowl, mark my words. If the Eagles win the fucking Super Bowl, Saquon is the MVP. It's
And
gonna be
who
because of
gonna
what Saquon
get
do.
the recognition? It ain't gonna be Saquon. I promise you that.
It's gonna be because of what Saquon does, bro.
It sure. But when has the fucking
Uh-oh.
running back? When has the running back got the recognition?
Okay, that's fine.
Almost never.
Move. Watch out! Watch out!
Hell, the Seahawks gave up a fucking Super Bowl to let that Hobbit try to get the recognition. Just putting it out there.
Dude, and that's my biggest
ain't that
fucking
right?
heartache in the entire world. You know that.
Ain't that
But
right?
you're right.
I'm just saying. I get it. He's trying to do it for the team. Cool. I get it. But at the end of the day, the team don't give a fuck about him. And I'm talking about the Eagles in general, not like the players. The Eagles in general will not give him, and he will not get the recognition in the sense of, oh, he won the fucking Super Bowl for us. It will be Jalen Hurts because at the end of the day, guess what? They still talk about it. The Eagles are so great because Jalen Hurts pushes them. That's it. Him and his tush push.
All right, so with that all being
Jalen Hurts
said,
not
boys,
winning Super Bowl MVP because he's not a good quarterback.
That's fine.
I
They
said
need to
that. I
get
stamped that. I stand on that.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
so
fine.
me and
I get
Richie,
that.
Steve, before you got on, man, there was something we were going to touch on, and actually before we started recording, there's been some crazy shit going on in this world the last couple of days, man, and I know that we would all like to kind of touch on that and put our thoughts out there. So, Richie, I'll hand that over to you, bro.
Being from, when that shit happened over here down at the strip.
Well, let's put it out there because I'm being vague, but what are we talking about?
The guy trying to blow up. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to accomplish by blowing up.
He probably wanted to try to blow up Trump Tower.
Yeah,
because he blew it up outside of Trump Tower.
Yeah, it's just a sad. It's a sad fucking world we live in, man. That you literally live your day, and you're hoping that you go out and about your day, and you hope that you come back in one piece, literally. Because,
Correct.
Because even though his dumbass, and I'm glad that this world is rid of you. You blew your fucking self up, and nobody else got like seriously injured. It could have been fucking bad. It could have been terrible.
It could have. Because it was stuff with explosives.
And my condolences and my heart goes out to the people of New Orleans, like for the shit that happened there, because you know what? This world, man, it's a scary fucking place. And there's just some people, some really deranged fucking people. And I'm gonna touch on this, and Jeremy, I know Ash is listening. And
he is now.
There is some fucking people out there that are literally, because both those guys were veterans.
One was veteran, one was an active duty.
Okay.
But
they were in the military.
Yeah, all right.
So,
Military connection.
check this out.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, both of them were active, or one was active, one was retired veteran. Get them some fucking help.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yes. Yes.
Don't say nothing else. And if you're not gonna get them any type of help,
Mhm.
because if they suffer and they go through, it's so many fucking veterans that's homeless.
Yeah.
And you look at the president. I don't give a fuck what side you on. I really don't. But if you look at Elon Musk, he posed this plan to Congress and everything, and they're talking about cutting the veteran funding and all that as a way to save money.
No, they are not.
Well, I mean,
They're not going to fucking cut my funding.
but that's what they're looking at.
No, I know.
That's
I
what
read
they're
all-
looking at. But at the same time, them folk need help.
Yeah. And that's the thing,
My
though.
grandfather
So I will say
fought
this.
in World War II, came home with no help. I got family members who fought in Vietnam who came home with no help. I got a brother who fought over there in Iraq, came home. No, he came home. He got his veteran benefits. That's about it. Help them people.
So
we do 100%
where I
back to
was getting to a point of this that I saw this, and I don't know how true this is because I didn't dig any deeper than just I saw it, and my reaction was like, there's people or there's somebody out there that put this out in Twitter that basically said, in more or less words, said veterans are fucked in the head. They need to be all put into basically saying a fucking asylum. I fucking lost my shit because I was like, dude, like, instead of fucking helping them, y'all just want to fucking lock them up or just act like they're all the same. No. Everybody's different.
So listen.
Hold on. I'll ask you to relax. I saw. I'm stating what I said. What I saw.
Oh no, she's agreeing with you, right? Yeah, she's agreeing with you.
Yes,
yeah,
they're fucked in the head, and this country fucks them in the ass because if they can't hold a gun, they're useless. That's this country's motto. I don't care what nobody says. That's this country's motto.
This country's motto is completely use them and abuse them, and then discard them when they don't need them.
Man, it's a lot of things
it's
wrong.
a fucked up thing, and you know what? And I'll say it. I don't give a fuck whether you're left wing, right wing. It don't fucking matter to me, man. You need to take care of the people that take care of you, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't have this fucking freedom that we have because all of them.
Freedom to sit here and talk shit
And
about
most of
football
them,
and all the players.
are fucked up from a war that didn't need to happen in the first fucking place.
Truly.
Didn't need to happen in the first fucking place. And I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand on that. No disrespect to the people who fought over there for Operation Iraqi Freedom. But in my opinion, I felt like they fought for nothing and we lost a lot of young kids that we should not have lost.
Yeah.
Because Bush went over there for oil, and guess what? He controls the oil. His family controls the oil industry over here. That's not a coincidence.
But
I'm not going to get into
we're sliding a little into politics.
But
what I wanted to bring up was that there's the same way that there's people out there just kind of you know, if veterans have mental health issues, help them. And you know, if people there's fucked up people in the world. It's not just veterans.
They
But
do. They
you
help
are just
them by
hold
throwing
on.
them.
But
Go
you're
ahead.
just as equally fucked if you think with that mentality of your whole somebody who said that your solution to that is throw them onto a fucking asylum. Are you kidding me? You're just as fucked as they are. Worse. Because you have no fucking excuse.
They give them. They come home from Iraq and they give them this psyche valve. Psyche valve, from what I hear, so fucking easy. But they're still fucking brainwashed. I ain't gonna say brainwashed. They're still they're still in that mode of war. And they can't adjust back to civilization. I saw this shit. Can't
Good
adjust
shit,
back
man.
to civilization. I saw it with the American Sniper. This man had everything to live for, but he could not adjust to civilization.
Yeah.
It's so many people out here. It's so many people out here just like him.
Hey, Steve,
Mhm.
Steve, can I touch on something just real quick?
Stop trying
And
to touch
Ash,
people.
I'm not trying to put a whole lot of personal information out there, but I got something to say on that, right? Me and my wife have both been through a lot of therapy. For both of us have issues that we've dealt with, not with each other, but with life, right?
I commend you.
I do mine privately through my insurance. Ash, my wife is service connected veteran, right?
Okay.
As you guys know, and we talked about in the show, she lost her mom back in August.
That is correct.
And
Sorry about that, Ash.
Thank you.
I'm not talking about this to try to get any kind of sympathy, but I just want to tell you where the VA's at, right? This is back in August, right? And my wife for for most of this year has not needed therapy. She hasn't, talked to her therapist or anything like that. Her mom dies. She tells her doctor, "Hey, I'd like to get back in, at least have a couple sessions with my therapist." That's stuff we're going to talk about, right? This is back in August. We're now beginning of January, and she has still not heard back from the VA to get back into therapist because it's all lost in the fucking turmoil of paperwork, man. And that right there, man, for me is a huge fucking problem.
You are
Yeah.
so
You wanna
correct,
talk
but
about your
you
veterans
understand
that
why.
need help, and they're not getting the help they need or fast enough.
Bingo. She probably got that therapy when she first got out of the military.
Oh no. She, in the last couple of years, but all she asked was
Okay.
her doctor, "Hey, get me back in. I need to see her again," and nothing.
They don't, man, because they don't. I hate to say this, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about the military unless y'all are GI. If y'all are not GI, government
suicidal.
issue, not even suicidal. They don't even give a fuck if you suicidal because they save more money that fucking way.
Truthfully, it's
And
a
I can't even
sad-
argue with you on
it's
that,
a
man.
sad fucking reality because I honestly think like I feel like and I'm gonna stir up a little bit. I know I've been drinking, but I'm gonna go ahead and say what I'm gonna say. I feel like all this paperwork and this negligence of just not helping the veterans is, and I'm gonna say what a lot of people might say. I think they're hoping that they blow their fucking heads off before they have to spend more money on them.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's a sad,
They are.
it's a sad fucking world that we live in because
Counting on it.
Listen,
or they rather deport the fucking veteran that served for you rather than give him the fucking the citizenship after he comes back and he served for you.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
another
check
one
this
too.
out.
That's another one
Check
that
this
gets
out.
me.
The paperwork is lost and sitting on somebody's desk right now. But I bet you if she goes out there and somebody says the wrong thing to her and she flips and kills somebody with her bare hands, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Well, why didn't you come to us for help?" It's a never-ending fucking cycle. It starts here,
Yeah,
it gets to here, it tries to go here, then around here, and then we're back at here.
Look, man. We might be dumb as fuck sometimes, but I'm glad that we're all on the same page on this shit because
Yeah, 100%.
we ain't fucking blind when it comes to that shit. You know what? I don't need to be a veteran to see it, and you know what? I stand with the veterans. At the end of the day,
Now, with that being said, guys, this was a tragedy for everything that's happened.
yes,
It was.
we're gonna go
Full of
past
New Orleans
yes.
that lost their life, the people that were down there, the shit that happened in Las Vegas. We have to do better, and it sucks. It really does.
The sad part about it is, though, man, it's becoming a regular thing.
Yes. Now,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna say this.
That's
I
the point.
bet you, and I'm almost willing to bet. At some point in time, they confessed that they was feeling this way, and nobody got them the help that they needed.
Mm-hmm. Nobody was there to listen. They heard them
Because nobody wakes up.
They heard.
Nobody wakes up.
Mhm.
Nobody wakes up and says, "This is what I'm gonna fucking do."
And turned away.
That shit was premeditated. It's planned out. To a T.
Yep.
That man knew he was running his car into them and then opening up and shooting them. That man knew he was stuffing the Cybertruck full of fucking explosives. You think he just woke up and you know what? That sounds like a good fucking idea. Let me go do it. No.
Nah.
It was planned.
you're right.
And he
You're
probably
right.
the one thing about it, you're gonna ask for help. If you don't get help, you're gonna do what you gotta do. They asked
So
for help.
that being said, guys, you know,
What they had to do.
it's a terrible fucking thing that happened. I know we're playing the Super Bowls in New Orleans this year, right?
Yeah.
So what we talked about. Man,
They
I
had
just
they had to postpone Georgia versus Notre Dame.
yeah, that's right.
You know, and
The
understandable.
Super
You
Bowl,
know,
whatever it was.
Yeah, and Kirby.
it's-
Hey, rest in peace to Sonny Smart, Kirby Smart, father. He fell down, fractured his hip, and had complications from the hip surgery.
oh,
Oh, that
From going to that game down there in New Orleans.
damn.
that
It's
sucks.
sad. It's
Yeah,
sad.
guys,
before-
I appreciate the good words on veteran mental health.
And
But
before I transition out of
man to female.
this no, that transition already happened.
Oh shit! Okay.
Come on now, that already happened. It was from
Hurry up,
female to
I'm
Yeah,
about
female.
to
know that, 'cause that might be a problem.
Hey, I just hopped on. I just got off work, so I still need to go take a fresh shower, shit, shaving.
Okay, so I'm glad you make that funny because I was gonna transition into I just want to condolences to the people of New Orleans, condolences to everybody who lost somebody, and we're thinking about you. We might be a small channel, but you know what? We're thinking about you, and our prayers go out to you, your family, any loved ones.
Yes.
And
Yes, I was gonna let that be my closing, or I was gonna let that be my closing statement. But y'all touched on it beforehand, so
Yeah,
but this is
100%
this is also a funny channel. And with that said, RIP to Oregon. Y'all motherfuckers didn't get off the bus. Holy shit! Y'all got your dick kicked in, and holy shit, Oregon! What the fuck happened to y'all? Last time
it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing about Oregon. Ryan Day has a funny way of doing this shit. He just gets through the regular season, and then it comes bowl game. Well, not last year's bowl, but come playoff time, he opens up a whole nother playbook. And
I'll tell you what,
fucking unstoppable.
I'll tell you what, man. You might people might look at this and be like, they might be the number 8 seed going into this fucking thing. Nah, they're the team that are gonna fuck people up. I'll tell you that. If they play that way, against anybody, y'all ain't got a chance.
I saw this tweet that said Oregon went undefeated all season, won the Big Ten, got the number 1 overall seed just to play the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
And they came out and they put belt to ass. I didn't even say they put belt to ass. They put extension cord to ass.
I was say that wasn't
the cord to ass, man. They were
They used the cord to tie their hands, and then they dropped their drawers. What happened next? I just can't say here.
Well,
but
that shit
was like a Diddy party.
And Rich, they
party.
Hey, listen. They went to Eastside Metals, got some of that stripped wire, and put that to their ass.
Hey man, they should have called that. That shit was in the Rose Bowl. That was the Johnson & Johnson fucking bowl, all right? Because they used that shit. They baby oiled the fuck out of them. God damn! I was watching that game. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I looked at Danny. I'm like, and Oregon's supposed to be good. Yeah, no, they're getting fucking manhandled. Holy shit! I was like, damn. What I say after like the first touchdown, I'm like, Ohio State's about to fucking run away with this goddamn thing. Sure as shit, bro. I was like, damn. because Oregon, dude, they looked deflated after like the second touchdown. There was
They
no
look
life in
deflated
them.
as one of Tom Brady's balls, man.
You know that meme where that stick, like he's touching them, like is he dead? Like, that's how they were
Come on,
in the first
Do
quarter.
something.
But shit, man.
Oh, that's too
All
fucking
right,
funny.
boys. Well, I have to go take care of something, but I'm glad we got back on here for week 18, final week of the season. We still got playoffs. We'll be back on to talk our
Where's
shit.
Ray?
Man, you know that for getting some quality time with the
I
cat.
saw that
Right?
kitty cat jump up on his laptop, man.
Y'all
Hey,
see
you better be-
this?
You better be careful with that beanie. Ray might take it because it has a cat on it.
Y'all see it, man? Fuck Ray. Ray ain't been on to face me since.
No, he
You
has
know he ain't
not.
gonna watch the bucket video either, so fuck him.
That motherfucker.
Ray ain't been on the face.
I'm gonna say this. This motherfucker had the audacity to be like,
Audacity.
"Oh, my niece's channel has this many subscribers." Yeah, motherfucker. I bet your fucking niece has people who watch it. You fucking dickhead. You don't even watch it. So don't come at me, you fucking bitch.
Hey, Ray. You cannot run from me for too long, buddy. We got to talk about this at some point in time.
Damn
We got to
straight.
talk. We got to talk about this at some point in time, Mr. Beast.
Hey man, Mr.
So let's
Beast,
just
that's
go
his
get
name.
let's just go get this over with next Saturday, big dog.
Hey, got him
You
by the
gotta-
whiskers.
you
You know he
gotta
likes
see
that. Got him by the whiskers.
Hey, you did that shit, man. Goddamn, y'all muted my mic and all that. Hell no. Hey, I think it was episode 8 where we fucking started off the rails, stayed off the rails, and got worse. I think we due for another episode like that, buddy. Because I got a lot to say about that cat. I got a lot to say about that cat, bro.
You know what? We'll schedule that off the rails show. We'll record it and I'll send it to you guys for personal use. All right?
Hold on,
I'm pretty sure 1,000% that none of that footage is going to be usable on YouTube. So I will just send it to you guys.
Hey, you know what? Come to think of it, the shit that I'm gonna say to that motherfucker might get me a Netflix special. But that motherfucker got to talk to me. Hey, meet me at the dinner, cuz, because we need to talk.
Yeah, we do. All right, boys. I appreciate y'all hopping on. Everybody have a good weekend. Be safe. Have some drinks at home, and if you're gonna drink, make sure you get an Uber. Hey, shout out to everybody who listens. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to our veterans. Shout out to the people who keep us fucking safe.
Shout out to international listeners,
whoever that is. Shout out to our international homies. We love seeing y'all always on our shit. Thank you so much. We will be back next week. Enjoy the end of the regular season. We'll see you in the playoffs,
Week 18,
motherfuckers.
y'all. Later.
Peace.
Hey,